Will there be additional stimulus checks after stimulus check number 4? And what kind of relief will be available to the people going forward? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video, so let's get into it. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to join the community by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am back every single day to keep you updated with everything going on. Thank you. I truly appreciate you. And let's talk through this. So as we all know, we are entering into an absolutely critical time when it comes to stimulus check number 4. We're literally down to a make it or break it time. The door is open and we need to get the 4th stimulus check secured before the door closes, which is actually going to be closing in a little bit of time here. So it is so incredibly important that we continue to push for this 4th stimulus check while the door is still open and we can get our foot inside, right? However, the main question of this video is, if there is not a 4th stimulus check, what kind of relief is going to continue going forward for all of the people? Even if there is a 4th stimulus check, what kind of relief would be going forward after this next stimulus check? That's a really good question, because as we know, as you know, as I know, as everybody in this community knows, there is still a lot of people out there right now, millions upon millions of people who are really struggling out there right now. Unfortunately, it seems that Congress doesn't quite understand this. Maybe they do, and maybe they just don't care. I don't really know what the situation is going on over there. But the deal is, they're certainly not working fast enough to issue the necessary support to all of these people who actually need it. Which brings us back to the question for this video. What kind of relief will be there available for all the people going forward after stimulus check number 4? All right, so let's run through these questions one at a time. Question number 1 would be, will there be additional stimulus checks after stimulus check number 4? In my honest opinion, based on everything that I am seeing, and then we'll get into other relief programs that could be coming. In my honest opinion, based on everything I'm seeing, I honestly believe stimulus check number 4 is the last one. That's it. Honestly, I'm thinking stimulus check number 4 is even going to be a struggle at this point. But here's the thing, we will continue to push on no matter what for this stimulus check number 4 in the amount of $2,000. But here's the thing, it's getting to be a little bit of a struggle already. We know this, right? We know that it's not like as easy as pie, right? It's not as easy as getting your cake and eating it too. It's not quite that easy this time. However, after number 4, is it likely we're going to get more? I mean, I guess it could happen unless like things start to happen out there in the economy and maybe we see like a spread of the virus again or something like that. But realistically, based on everything I see, I would say number 4 is probably it. Like that's what I'm saying. The door is closing fast, which is why we need to get our foot inside. However, let's talk about additional stimulus, or not necessarily stimulus, but relief programs that could potentially be coming for additional relief for all the people who need it going forward after stimulus checks have kind of gone and disappeared, right? All right, so what would also be potentially be out there for the people? There's a couple different things that could be potentially on the table. One of which we heard about a couple weeks ago. It was actually announced by one of the progressive representatives in the House, Ilhan Omar. She came out in a tweet and said that she would be introducing a proposal or a bill to introduce UBI on a national level going forward in this Congress. So that is one of the things that we could potentially fall back on after stimulus checks are gone and over with, done and forgotten about, which, you know, who knows when that's going to happen, but realistically, we need to keep pushing on that. But here's the thing. Ilhan Omar has said she's going to be introducing this bill for nationwide UBI. Now, I get it. There's a lot of mixed feelings out there right now about UBI. I see it down in the comment section every day. Some people say we need it. Some people say it's garbage. Get it out of here. We don't care about it. You know, there's a lot of mixed feelings from both sides of the spectrum, and a lot of people right down the middle. But here's the thing. That could be coming, as we've seen a lot of support across all of these different pilot programs all over the country that are going on right now. In fact, over 50 cities and counties and different areas all around the country are already in support and implementing UBI across this country. Actually, we went through the list just a couple days ago. So That is one thing that is on the table, nationwide UBI. Now, like I've said before, typically UBI is anywhere between about $500 up to maybe $1,000 or $1,200 per month, no strings attached, for typically anywhere between about 1 and 5 years. 5 years would be a long time, but it's typically 1 year, 2 years, something like that, maybe 3 years in some instances, maybe even 5 years. So one other really cool thing about UBI, it's typically not counted as income. It's just kind of like a stimulus check, but it's actually classified as UBI, right? So that is one option on the table. The next option being, and there's not a whole lot of options. I'm just being real with you. There's not a whole lot of options out there. But option number 2, that it sounds like, based on the research that I'm doing and everything that I'm seeing, there's people out there that are hopeful this is coming later this year after these next 2 packages are going to be passed. The American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. After they get these things hammered through and done, there is optimism that this next thing could be coming later this year. And that would be reform to Social Security, SSI, and VA benefits. Now, can we really bank on this? Well, not really. I mean, honestly, it's going to be out there. They say that they're going to talk about it. They say that they're going to reform the program. But can we put all of our chips on this and say, we're banking on that one, it's coming through the end of the year? I would not do that. I would not bet on that one bit at all. But here's the thing. They continue to say, we're going to take a look at it and we're going to reform the program. And we know that there are multiple different proposals out there and different plans, especially from the president and people like Bernie Sanders, along with all of these other letters that we've seen submitted to the president, calling on him to raise SSI benefits, calling on him to raise Social Security benefits. So this is something that would ultimately yield a much longer-term solution to everything going on right now, because ultimately, if we could get a raise on benefits in the amount of anywhere between, say, $200, maybe $300 a month, that would ultimately give everybody a long-term solution to the problem, right? Which is, hey, we don't have enough money to live on. That's the underlying problem that everybody has right now. Simply your fixed benefits of $803, $709, $926, or whatever it happens to be, $794 from SSI, whatever it happens to be. The fixed income simply is not going as far these days. As we've talked about so many times, prices continue to rise, and literally your purchasing power continues to deplete on a daily basis or month over month, you know what I mean? So that is the problem that everybody's facing right now. So maybe they bring this proposal to the table a little bit more quickly with the understanding, hello, we're kind of getting clobbered by inflation right now, and we really need to offer this raise to all of these beneficiaries. So these are basically the 2 things that are on the table right now going forward post-stimulus checks, right? So I know it's sad, it's bittersweet talking about stimulus checks and that they could potentially be over. But realistically, we need to face the truth at the same time. We need to be realists about all of this going on. And all of us know, and we've known this for a very long time, the stimulus checks will end at some point. We just don't know when. But I do think we can squeeze one more out of them, right? And we're going to keep squeezing nice and hard lately. Because here's the thing. That door is closing tight, and if we don't stick our foot right in that door, it's going to slam in our face, and then there we sit, right? So we need to get some kind of additional relief while this door is still open. But as I've talked about it so many times in other videos leading up to this one, the time frame that we have right now, the window that is open right now, is coming closed in a matter of just a couple months from now. So it is so incredibly important that we continue to put the pressure on, turn up the heat, and continue doing everything we possibly can to get additional word out that there are millions of people still struggling right now, mostly those people who are low income, living on a fixed income from all of these benefits that I talk about in so many of my videos. You want to hear the list? All right, here you go. Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, and no income, right? I say it like 1,000 times, so yes, I know the list, right? All right, so anyway, it is mostly those people who are being hurt the most right now with everything going on for the same reasons I just outlined, which is fixed income simply isn't going very far anymore, right? So who knows what will happen going forward into the future, but I think they're finally going to realize going forward, a lot of people are going to need a lot of extra relief because, there's going to be a lot of people reaching out. There's going to be a lot of outcry from many people who are saying, we can't keep up anymore. We can't keep our heads above water. What can we do? And there's going to be a lot of demand and a lot of people calling out saying, we need to issue some kind of additional relief, whatever that happens to be, which would be raises on benefits and or UBI. It basically all come out to about the same, as in monthly payments in the amount of a few $100s to get everybody by for a little bit longer, right? So hope this helps you out. I will continue to keep you updated with everything going on. I wanted to lay this out there and let you know my honest opinion on stimulus check number 4, which I do think we still have a pretty good probability of getting. But after that, honestly, I think that's about it as far as stimulus checks go. I do not think there's going to be any more stimulus checks after number 4, unless there is a dramatic change in something going on out in the country, as in widespread spread or contagion of the virus, or an economic collapse, or who knows what at this point. Seriously, who knows what? There's so many different weird things that go on lately. It's like, seriously, what's going to be pulled out of the hat next, right? Either way, I want to be here for you. I want to keep you updated. I want to be your advocate. And I just want to do whatever I can to help everybody in this community. I know it's tough. I know the struggle is real. I know everybody is having a hard time right now. And I just want to be here as a friendly voice and let you know, hey, I'm doing whatever I possibly can to help you out through this time. So thank you so much. Please make sure to join the community once again by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. And go back and check out some of my other over 1,200 videos right here on the channel, as well as share them with your friends, family, and social media. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Enjoy. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you again in the next one. All right.